Hello everyone, welcome to today's game today, broadcasted by NCTV. You have myself, Dylan Stevens, and my partner here, Andrew Rittenberry, that will be announcing your game. Today it's very sunny out, as you can see. It's in the mid-60s, and we should be in shape for a great game today. We have New Canaan Rams coming off of Spirit Week right now, and this being their homecoming game, and them coming off a record of 4-0 and being ranked the second team in the state right now. And they will be playing against the Norwalk Bears, who have a record of 0-4 right now. Now I will hand it off to my partner here, Andrew Rittenberry, to talk about more.
Thanks, Dylan. When I met with head coach Lou Marinelli earlier this week, he really stressed the importance of avoiding distractions. Homecoming week puts a lot on the players' plates. You have Spirit Week, Monday through Friday, in which the whole school dresses up. You have the pep rally, the bonfire, and then the homecoming dance, which is later tonight. So there's a lot that distracts these players, and it's hard for them to be focused on the football game, to be frank. And that was shown last year when the Wilton Warriors came into town and shocked the Rams, beating them on homecoming day. Coach Marinelli's message to the team this week: your job is to win the football game. That's why you're on the football team. With that being said, here are three players I have to watch for the Rams today. The first one is middle linebacker A.J. Bell. He really defines the motto: it's not about the dog and the fight, it's about the fight and the dog. He's a little bit undersized as a middle linebacker, but he's an incredibly smart player. He gets a ton of tackles. He's actually second on the team in tackles. So look for him. He's number 2. Look for him to make a ton of plays today. My second player to watch is strong safety Tucker Milligan, number 24. Probably the hardest hitter on this defense, and he's also a great playmaker in that defensive backfield. For example, he had the game-winning interception against Fairfield Prep a couple weeks back, so look for him to be effective today. And then finally, looking at the offense, I have James McInerney, wide receiver. It's not often a freshman is even on the varsity football team, but McInerney has been making a huge difference for this offense, especially against Bridgeport Central 2 weeks back. So look for him to be very involved with the screen game. Now, looking at the 0-4 Norwalk Bears, their record isn't great, but they definitely have some good athletes. And I'm going to look at 3 Norwalk Bears today. The first one being quarterback Sean Brown. He is an absolutely phenomenal athlete. He's got a super strong arm, so look for him to make plays in the air and use his legs. My other 2 players to watch on the Norwalk Bears are the Gilchrist twins, Bear and Ryan Gilchrist. Both of these guys are wrestlers. They're phenomenal athletes. Ryan being a middle linebacker and Bear being on the offensive and defensive line. These guys are great football players. The 2 things that these 3 players have in common for Norwalk: all 3 are captains, and all 3 played youth football for New Canaan. So these guys have a lot to play for. I know they want to get their revenge on New Canaan and play lights out today. But that's all I have for now.
Wow, Andrew. This should be a very exciting game today. As I look outside, I see a lot of fans coming in. This stadium should be packed. And I look over and I see the New Canaan Bomb Squad, and they will be wearing their neon right now as they show their school spirit. And now I'll pass it to PJ on the sideline to talk about more about the fans.
Thanks, guys. The environment here in Dunning Stadium today for New Canaan, it's going to be electric. They're truly going to have a real home field advantage as their prep band and spirits section are truly, they've shown up versus Norwalk's non-existent one. The student section, they're truly going to be the key factor to New Canaan's intensity and electricity for today. Back to you guys.
Jay. Dylan, when you're looking at today's game, what do you want to see New Canaan do on the offensive side?
What I want to see from the New Canaan offense is more passing. We haven't seen too much passing or as much as we wanted to see. I'm hoping to see more passing from New Canaan today.
Yeah, and when I spoke with Coach Marinelli earlier this week, he told me straight up, he said, we haven't even had to pass the ball yet this season. The receivers for the Rams are incredibly young. And he mentioned that these guys don't really have any varsity starting experience, especially with Alex Benevento going down for the season. So he has confidence in them, and he knows that they're going to end up being phenomenal players. But right now, he really wants to stick with that run game as much as he can and not have to put the pressure on their shoulders. So look for New Canaan to keep running the ball a lot. Looking on the defensive side of the ball, the Rams have been just about as good as you can possibly be to start the season. What do you want to see them do today?
I just want to see the Rams defense keep on doing what they've been doing, not really change too much because what they have been doing has been working. It has been stopping the offense on the other team, and as long as they stay true to what they've been doing, I think it will keep happening and they'll be able to lock off the Norwalk Bears.
All right, and the Rams are about to come onto the field here, folks, led by their captains in the front, and they will be running onto the field shortly.
Yeah, this should be a very exciting game. It's pretty sunny out. It's very nice temperature.
Yep.
Great day to play football.
Perfect homecoming weather.
Now, as we see, the New Canaan Rams are getting ready to run out with the cheerleaders on the sideline, around them.
Wearing their new red jerseys, as you can see, a little bit of a change with the uniforms and gray pants.
Yeah, I love the new jerseys. They look really nice out there. They look very bright red, and I can't wait to watch them run out and play today in those jerseys.
All right, guys, here come the Rams. Yep, as the Rams meet on the 50. Those uniforms are looking phenomenal. Very similar to the University of Georgia, actually. So we are just minutes from kickoff, folks. The national anthem will be commencing shortly. And you have Norwalk in all white. And like I said, the Rams with their red tops, red helmets, and then their gray pants. As both teams are now on the sideline.
Now we'll get ready for either the national anthem or the
coin toss, I believe, is first.
The coin toss, I believe, is first.
Your captains for New Canaan, Javier Perez Soto, number 52, D lineman Max Alert, who's obviously injured, but he's number 6. He's a receiver. You have quarterback, number 8, Ty Groff. He's also the kicker and punter. And then you have Graham Ladley, number 50, who is an offensive lineman, as the captains are about to head out for the coin toss. And like I said, 3 captains for Norwalk are going to be the Gilchrist twins, and then obviously quarterback Sean Brown. Andrew Hernandez is also a captain, number 4. He's a running back and a linebacker, so look for him to also make some plays for the Bears today.
Yeah, today's game looking very excited as we get ready for the coin toss right here. Both teams look pumped and ready to give it all they got right now.
Yeah, and one thing I noticed right away is just the difference in numbers. As you can see, just from looking at both sidelines, New Canaan just has so many more players. And Norwalk they got some great athletes, but they're just top heavy. And it's going to be interesting to see if their limited depth will be able to hold up today against this team. Another captain I forgot to mention, Walker Blair, number 21. He's a safety. And the coin toss is about to commence here.
Yes, we have the coin toss going here, and we have, looks like, honorable captain out there, Andrew, number 64 for the Rams.
Andrew Blackwell, yep. And there's the toss. New Canaan has won the toss and deferred. So Norwalk will start with the ball. Yep, New Canaan will start with the ball. Norwalk will start with the ball. So let's see if they can get some momentum to start. The Rams haven't really been hit in the mouth yet as a defense. So it would be really interesting to see if Norwalk tries some trickery to start this game to get a big chunk play and maybe get some momentum to start this game, because I think that's what you have to do to catch this New Canaan defense off guard. It really is that hard.
Yeah, I'm very excited to see the New Canaan Rams starting on defense today, and to see the Norwalk Bears challenge their defense and see if they could start off the game with a touchdown, or if the New Canaan Rams will just stop them like they have been doing lately.
All right, guys, now it's time for the national anthem. Singing is the New Canaan Choir.
Sophomore and Henry Tate, the sophomore. The colors are at the south end of the field.
The Bears really look to get some revenge today. As here comes Ty Groff and the rest of that kickoff unit.
Yeah, today we don't see Ty Groff wearing his brace today. Hopefully he's coming back from injury, and we'll see the field more, not just on special teams, but more on offense and back as the QB as soon as possible.
Yeah, and Coach Marinelli mentioned to me that Groff and Alex Russi were going to split reps, and it was almost going to be a sort of hot hand thing. Whoever was playing better would stay in, really. So here comes Groff with the kickoff.
Yeah, I wonder with Ty Groff getting reps in as quarterback, if the offense will change with it being more of a passing game than a running game like it's been. And now we come with Ty Groff's kickoff. It will be a great kick all the way to the 5-yard line, and it will be returned by Norwalk. And he will take a huge run. He's going to keep running, and he will get tackled by Ty Groff, and he fumbled the ball. He fumbled the ball on his own 48. Whose ball will come up with? As we are waiting to see who comes up with the ball.
Rams are signaling, and they have it.
Canaan Rams come up with the ball. What do you have to say about that, Andrew?
Wow, that was an up and down first play. I mean, it looked like he had some daylight there. it didn't even look like the ball got punched out. He kind of just lost it, and that's a really good job by the Rams to hustle to that ball and recover and turn what would have been a disastrous first play into a great first play. So the Rams offense comes out, and Alex Russi is going to be the starting quarterback. Look for them already in good field position to just pound the rock on this first drive.
Yeah, on that play, the kick returner for Norwalk had one guy to beat. The kicker, Tygroff, and Tygroff ripped it out of his hands, and the Rams were able to come up with the ball here. And now we see Alex Russi in here on offense.
Trips left.
Trips left. We have Hunter Telesco in number 3 as running back. And we'll see what New Canaan Rams will do here on the first play on Norwalk's 48.
Inside run, I'm predicting.
And it will not be an inside run, but it will be a read option to the quarterback, Alex Russi. And he will get stopped for a no-yard gain. He will lose a yard on the play.
Yeah, but I like the idea by offensive coordinator Dan Farina to try and use Alex Russi's legs. He's a great athlete, and they're going to just try and use him as much as possible. One thing that Coach Marinelli said that was good about playing Ty at quarterback was that they could use Alex at receiver. So look for Alex to even play some receiver today for the Rams, as Luke Reed's now subbed in.
Yes, we have a motion on the play. And it'll be a pitch to Hunter Telesco, number 3. And he will take a huge run. And he's going 10 yards. He just threw 2 Norwalk kids on the ground, and he will get a 15-yard run on the play there.
Yeah, that's an interesting play call there with the motion, but I love it. Getting Hunter Telesco in space is probably the best thing that Dan Farina can do for this offense. He's probably the best athlete on this team. He can make a lot of things happen. And the Rams are going hurry up.
Now we see the Rams with the hurry up here, and the Rams will get the Bears with a hard count right there, and they'll now start the play 1st and 5.
Yeah, that's one thing Dan Farina absolutely loves to do. He loves to run freeze, a play where the offense just tries to get the defense to jump off sides. That's one of his favorite things to do, especially when they go up tempo. The defense isn't really prepared.
Now we have 1st and 5 here for the Rams. They start with a little hard count to start. And the pass it to number 27, Michael Smith, who will get about 7 yards on the play. So a little screen pass to Michael Smith, and he will get the first down.
Yeah, Smith is another example of a young receiver that's kind of been thrust into playing early on into his career, but he's done a great job so far. He works very hard. It's good to see that he's doing well.
Now that was a good first pass from Alex Russi, doing a little bit of running, and then we see the pass there. Let's see what New Canaan Rams will do here on 1st and 10.
Freeze again.
Yeah, they
Trips left here.
They try to get them with the freeze a second time. It does not work. They'll move Hunter Telesco to the left side. Let's see what they'll do here. And they'll give an inside run to Hunter Telesco, and he will be tackled shortly after the line of scrimmage and get about 2 yards on the play.
Yeah, that's one thing that you're going to see a lot from the Rams, just a lot of outside runs, especially with Telesco, who's a speed back. As Telesco is now moving to receiver, he's split out wide, and we have trips right.
Yeah, I know. Well, when Hunter Telesco started off the season, he was the wide receiver, but Dom Rosso went down with injury, so he's been playing a lot of running back, as we see Luke Reed as running back right here. We got motion with Hunter Telesco once again, and they will fake the pitch to him this time, and Alex Russi will throw a pass incomplete to Luke Reed. It went a little bit too high over his head.
Yeah, and I believe Luke Reed ran that route a little bit too shallow. If he'd gotten a little bit more depth, there could have been a real alley there, but Russi missed him, definitely.
Yeah, it looks like Alex Russi talked to him after the play, and whatever went wrong with the chemistry there, they definitely talked about and should be fixed on this next play.
Now we're at quads left, 4 receivers split out left, empty set, 1 split out right.
Alex Russi in the pocket by himself. He'll get back he'll pass it, and it'll be caught by number 34, James McClerney. McInerney, my bad.
Yeah, James McInerney, a player I had to watch there. A great jumping catch and great play call to get Alex Russi moving there. And it looks like the Rams are going with their jumbo package, which they absolutely love to do.
Okay, so it will be first and goal. It looked like it was going to be 4th and inches, but they'll give the Rams the first down, and it will be 1st and goal on Norwalk's 9th. We see the jumbo set with Luke Reed as the QB here, and usually when we see this, it's usually a run to Luke Reed up the middle. And that's what we'll see here. Luke Reed will run it, and he will get tackled, but he will gain about 3 yards on the play.
Yeah, that's a pretty good play call there by as the normal offense comes back in. Just unusual that they're doing it at the 8-yard line and not closer to the goal line. It doesn't really make sense there, but the offense is back out there now.
Yeah.
Just a great catch though by McInerney a couple plays back. He's really coming into his own now as a varsity player.
Yeah, that was an interesting play right there, and we'll see what Alex Rusty and the offense will do right here.
There's two sniffers on the play.
With motion with McInerney again, and it'll be a read option. Alex Rusty will keep the ball, and he will break one tackle, and he will score a 5-yard touchdown run. Alex Rusty with the touchdown for the Rams.
Great run by Rusty there. Way to get outside, and good pull by Rusty. I believe it was a read option there, so he had the choice. And I like what Dan Farina's doing, getting a little bit of new runs in instead of just your traditional run up the middle. Because Rusty is a very, very mobile quarterback. He can make a lot of things happen with his legs, and so can Ty Groff. So look to see the Rams continue to do that, even when Groff is in.
Quarterback Alex Rusty has, with his first drive, started off very great. He had 2 pass completions and a few runs, and ending it with the touchdown there. If I'm Coach Marinelli, I'm very happy with my sophomore QB right now.
Absolutely, yeah, as the extra point goes right through the uprights. So now we're going to get a chance to see what Norwalk does. And if I'm Norwalk's head coach, they're already in a hole. I mean, this was probably the worst possible start he could have imagined. But what I'm telling my team right now is, come on, guys, let's get a couple chunk plays, and let's get some momentum going to kind of get that Rams defense caught off guard, because that's really your best chance right now.
Yeah, if you're the Norwalk Bears, you have to be very mad about that fumble. It looked like they could have scored a touchdown there. He had one guy to beat the kicker, and Ty Groff was able to tackle him and make him fumble. Hopefully, the kick returner for the Bears won't fumble it here, and we'll be able to see some offense from the Bears.
So Groff now out for a second kickoff of the game.
We just had the band going, the cheerleaders, and the bomb squad getting pretty exciting right now
Yeah.
after the Rams touchdown.
It's a wonderful atmosphere out on homecoming day. Phenomenal showing by these Rams fans.
Now we'll get ready for Ty Groff with the kick. His first kick was a boot. Let's see if he can do it again. And it will be another big kick into the end zone, but Norwalk looks like it will be called a touchback as he caught it in the end zone.
Okay, so Sean Brown, I'm really excited to see what he does here. He nearly attended New Canaan High School. He's friends with a lot of these guys on the team, and I know he wants to prove these guys wrong. So we'll see what they do here. Look for them to use Sean as much as possible. Believe there's a tight end on the right side, 2 split out left. And Hernandez is in the backfield with Brown.
Yes, right now we have Sean Brown, and he'll hand it off. And New Canaan Rams will stop him, the running back, instantly for no yards on the play, -1 yards.
Yeah, good play by that Rams D-line. I don't think running up the middle is going to work very much for the Bears today, but may as well try first play. We'll see what they do now, 2nd and long. Expect maybe a short pass here or another run, and then 3rd down is when they'll look to stretch it down the field. Now they're in aces formation.
Running back number 4, Andrew Hernandez, took the run there, and with 0 gain, hopefully we can see some better blocking from the Norwalk Bears offensive line. Sean Brown will get back, throw it, and he will get out of a tackle, but he will be tackled for a sack by number 12. I don't have number 12 on my thing.
I believe that's Owen Lyden. Or Jack Boutine. That is Jack Boutine at outside linebacker making a great play.
Number 12, Jack Boutine's been a great player. Sorry that I don't have him on my roster right now, but he looked good in the games in the past, and we see him with a sack right there on Sean Brown. Sean Brown was almost able to break the tackle.
Yeah, and you see Coach Silvestri, he loves to dial up blitzes. You'll see Boutine getting home a lot today.
And it'll be a pass deep from Sean Brown, and number 10, Cam Pelliter, will let it go through his hands on the pass.
That's a tough start, and Sean Brown now limping off the field. That's not something you want to see if you're head coach, if you're the head coach for the Bears. Hopefully he's all right, but that's just a tough first drive for the Bears. That wasn't well executed at all. Pretty good throw by Brown, just unable to corral that.
Yeah, hopefully Sean Brown's okay. He's a great player and probably the best player on the Norwalk Bears, and hoping to see some great things from him today.
Hernandez is also the punter for Norwalk, and he lets it go.
We'll see the punt from Hernandez, and it will be a decent punt, and the Rams will start on Norwalk's own 45-yard line.
Yeah, so the Rams are in they have good field position again for their second drive of the day. And really look for the Rams to continue to run, because what I've noticed with this Rams coaching staff is they're going to keep running it unless you stop them. They'd rather not throw the ball. So look for, as Alex Russi goes back out there again, look for them to just feed Telesco on those inside and outside runs and run a lot of read option.
The New Canaan Rams have looked great so far, starting it off with a fumble and scoring off the first drive, and then getting the Bears on a three and out. He will hand it off to Hunter Telesco, and he will break the ankles of the first defender for Norwalk, and he will get 20-yard run on the play there. Wow.
Telesco is a shifty guy, and he showed it right there, absolutely snapping the ankles of the Norwalk's Bear defender. Like I said, they're going to just continue to feed Telesco. He's their best offensive player.
And a pass from Alex Russi to number 17, Cooper Smith, and he will get about 4 yards on the play. Good screen pass from Alex Russi. What do you have to say about that?
Yeah, it's clear that offensive coordinator Dan Farina doesn't want to push the ball down the field. I'm not sure why, whether he doesn't have trust in his line or receivers or quarterback, but he's going to keep going with the screens, the quick outs, and the runs for now.
You know, we haven't seen any long passes, but it's hard to question it when the New Canaan Rams have been dominating on offense so far. As we see another one with Hunter Telesco, but he'll be tackled instantly by the Norwalk Bears and lose a yard on the play.
Yeah, so that sets up 3rd and 7 now, and it's interesting to see if the Rams are going to run a concept that gets some guys open downfield, or if they're going to settle for 3. It would not surprise me if the Rams ran the ball again or ran a screen.
On that play was a tackle from Anderson Simon, linebacker number 8 for the Norwalk Bears. Hard count from Alex Russi once again. After the first play, the Norwalk Bears haven't really fell for it, and they'll change the play here, New Canaan, and we'll see what they'll do here.
Trips right.
Yes, they have trips right. They have Hunter Telesco on the right side too. I'm guessing a read option type of play here, but it looks like it'll be timeout Rams. Why do you think the New Canaan Rams call a timeout there, Andrew?
Probably unclear on what play to run, and that's a big reason why the Rams run freeze a lot with that hard count. Because they run such an up-tempo offense, sometimes offensive coordinator Dan Farina doesn't really know what play to call, so he'll just call freeze to buy him a little bit more time there with the play count. So look for the Rams to run a type of mesh route, maybe a dig, as you see trips left. And this should be an obvious passing down, but you never know with the Rams.
Yeah, so we'll see 3rd and 8 here, and this will be a big play for the first quarter, because if the Rams don't get here, they'll have to go for a field goal. We see trips left, Alex Russi getting ready to hike the ball. Alex Russi will get back in the pocket,
There's that mesh route.
Wow, and
He
he'll get the
gets it
pass
off.
off to number 18, Will Langford. And Will Langford will bring it to the 7-yard line.
Yep, and that mesh route happened just like I predicted. So that's good to see. But incredible play by Alex Russi there. As Cooper Dinan subs in, this is probably going to be a tight end or sniffer set, but incredible job. As he's getting dragged down, nearly right as his knees hit the ground, he gets that play off to Will Langford, and good route by Langford as well.
Now we see Russi here again, motion on the play, and it'll be read option to Russi again, and he will be stopped at the 1-yard line. I thought that was almost a touchdown there. It will be second and goal on the 1.
Yep, and here comes that jumbo package. Unsurprising, I expect Luke Reed to be able to pound this one in right here on this play. They're at about the half-yard line. Russi nearly got in for his second touchdown of the day.
Now going back to the pass play with Alex Russi, the pass to Will Langford. That was a crazy play. I was getting ready to say sack, but he was able to get the pass off on the last second and get the first down, which was crucial on a 3rd and 8.
Yeah, that's what you like. That's the positive of having a mobile
now
quarterback.
We see Luke Reed here running the ball in the jumbo, and he will score the touchdown. Luke Reed with the 1-yard rush.
Yeah, he strolled in there. That jumbo package is very effective in short yard situations. They get a lot of guys from their defense to play in that jumbo package, and they probably just tell them, go out there and hit somebody. And that's what they did right there. Great, easy touchdown, and Groff's up for his second extra point attempt of the day. So now, if you're the Norwalk Bears, you're really in desperation mode now, because this could get ugly quickly, especially if they go 3 and out again.
Yeah,
as Groff boots it through.
With 3 minutes left in the first quarter, it's 14-0 Rams with a touchdown from Luke Reed. Luke Reed always scores a lot of touchdowns on the goal line and in that jumbo set, and we see another one from him here today.
Yep.
I wouldn't be surprised if we see another one from him if they get on the goal line.
Yeah.
Still waiting to see if Ty Groff comes in at QB. What do you think is going to happen with that?
Like I said, when I talked to Coach Marinelli, he kind of said he was going to go with the hot hand, and Russi has scored on both of his drives thus far. So to me, I think he's going to just keep going with Russi until they don't score or until this game gets to 28 points, 28-point margin, because there's no reason to go to Ty Groff right now if you're scoring with Alex Russi.
Yeah, Ty Groff coming back from injury. There's no reason to risk him getting injured again. If the game's going to end up being a blowout. Right now it's 14-0 Rams with 3 minutes left in the first quarter. And if the Rams can keep this going, it won't look that good for the Norwalk Bears, I'll just say that.
Yeah, and great showing by the bomb squad today. The student section is absolutely packed with their neon. It's great to see that the students showed out for this one as Groff gets ready to kick off.
Yeah, I just looked outside and wow, it's full, that bomb squad. I love to see the school spirit here. And kickoff from Ty Groff. Another great kick from Ty Groff that will go in the end zone, and it will be a touchback for the Bears. Norwalk will start on the 20-yard line for the second time. The first time, it was a 3 and out, wasn't good. So hopefully we can see at least a first down from the Bears here. Obviously they want to see a touchdown here.
It's good to see Sean Brown is fine. He's out there, so he clearly was not hurt that bad. He should be fine. That's good to see.
Yeah, we'll see Sean Brown getting ready for the snap.
Trips left for the Bears. One split out right.
Handoff to number 4, Andrew Hernandez, but he will be stopped for no yards on the run right there.
That is a really good play by A.J. Bell. He filled that gap. That was his gap. It looked like this B gap there, and Bell got right in there and just stuffed them before he had anywhere to run. Great play by A.J. Bell there.
A.J. Bell's a great linebacker. He makes tackle after tackle, and he's really good at stripping that ball out from the running back and getting the ball on the ground and for the New Canaan Rams to get a fumble on the play. And we'll see a drop back from Sean Brown, and he will pass it. almost an interception by number 9, Brendan Hagan.
And Sean Brown is down now.
Wow, we see Sean Brown limping again. He looks like he's fine, though. He's trying to jog it off, and hopefully he'll be good here for 3rd and 10.
No, he's headed off.
Sean Brown will be heading off.
So that moves Ryan Gilchrist to quarterback. He played a little bit of quarterback for the Rams in the youth league. However, he was the backup to Ty Groff, as a matter of fact. So it's good to see that he's stuck with it, and now he's getting some reps today. Hopefully Brown's all right, though. It did not look good, his limp.
Yeah,
Looks to be an ankle injury.
We'll see what Ryan Gilchrist can do as QB. And he'll drop back and pass it to number 8, Anderson Simon, who will get the first down on the play.
Yeah, good play by Gilchrist. The problem that Norwalk is going to be facing is that their line is just simply not able to hold back that New Canaan rushing attack or that New Canaan defensive line. They've been getting in there about as quickly as you can possibly be getting in. So there's no real chance for some deep passes. It's gonna have to be mesh routes, quick outs, screen passes, mostly the entire game, unless something changes with the offensive line for the Bears.
That was a great play by Norwalk there. It was 3rd and 10. It looked like they were going to have another 3 and out, but Gilchrist was able to get the pass off. Now we see Gilchrist that will hand it off to number 4, Andrew Hernandez, who will get about 6 yards on the play. Good run by Andrew Hernandez.
Yeah, good play there. It's interesting to see that the Bears are starting to move it with Gilchrist in at quarterback. He's doing a good job so far, but good run by Hernandez. And that's what you want to see, that the Bears are getting yardage on first down, because if they get nothing or a loss on first down, that puts them in a deep hole at 2nd and long. Those 2nd and short to intermediates is what the head coach for the Bears is going to want to see.
Yeah, right now it looks like Norwalk's line is doing their job off that pass, giving Gilchrist enough time to make the pass, and then open a hole for Hernandez there on the run. Gilchrist will get ready to pass it. And number 10, Cam Pelliter, will drop the ball. Looked like it could have been a catch there. Cam Pelliter will get up slowly, but looks like he'll be okay.
I love that play design by the Norwalk Bears. That hitch and go was actually a really good route by the Norwalk receiver, but it was a little bit of a wobbly ball, and Griffin Gettner, using his speed, was able to catch up before the ball got to the receiver. So good play there by Griffin Gettner, but good play design, just a little bit short.
Now you see that play. If Sean Brown was in, maybe that would have been a catch. You know what I mean? But
yeah.
Right now we'll see offsides by New Canaan Rams with the hard count from Norwalk, and it'll be a first down for Norwalk.
So now it's 2 first downs after going 3 and out for Norwalk, and now they're getting towards midfield, so maybe they can open up that playbook a little now that they have a little bit more confidence. First down and 10.
Norwalk slowly getting first downs, 5 yards, another 5 yards, 4 yards. That's all you need to see right now. And another run to number 4, Hernandez, and he will get hit first right on the line of scrimmage, but he will be able to get 2 yards on the play there. That was a good gritty run right there from Hernandez.
Yeah, that was definitely a good run by Hernandez. It looked like he was going to get stopped immediately, but he was able to just churn his legs and get a couple yards, and that's really good to see for Norwalk. These guys are fighting out here. They're showing a lot of heart, so hopefully they can keep moving the ball.
I like to see what Norwalk's doing here right now. The first 2 drives weren't too good for Norwalk with the fumble and then the 3 and out. Right now I love what they're doing with Gilchrist, and let's see what happens here. And it'll be false start on Norwalk. So it looks like it'll be about 2nd and 11.
Yeah, they're going to have to throw the ball here. Another run is too risky, because if you don't get anything, you're in a 3rd and long here. So it's going to be 2nd and 13 for the Norwalk Bears. And they've been using a sniffer package pretty heavily this whole game. Sniffer left now with 2 split out wide. And Gilchrist takes the snap, and it's a handoff, and he gets stuffed.
And he will get tackled, stuffed. Number 52.
That's Javier Perez Soto. What a play by Javi Perez Soto. He crushed Hernandez in the backfield. That's a phenomenal play, and that's a good tackle for loss, because now you know Norwalk has to throw the ball deep down the field, and this is the exact situation Norwalk really didn't want to be in.
Well, you know, you saw on the plays where Norwalk was getting 5 yards, 4 yards. The line was holding up. They were able to stop New Canaan's D-line, but off these last few plays, we haven't seen that from Norwalk's offensive line. Hopefully we can see something from them here.
Now Gilchrist is really going to be tested as a quarterback, so let's see what he can do.
Norwalk here, 3rd and 13, and he will get QB pressure, and he will throw an interception caught by number 21, Walker Blair, but he will be tackled shortly after.
My jaw dropped as that play commenced. I really saw there that Gilchrist, it just kept getting worse and worse. You got to just take the sack there. There's no reason to force that into traffic as the first quarter is about to end here.
Now we see 1st and 10 here for the New Canaan Rams on Norwalk's 22. Probably be the last play for the first quarter here.
2 back set. 2 split out left, 1 split out right.
See what the New Canaan Rams here can do on their 3rd possession. And it'll be handed off to Hunter Telesco, who will be taken out from the legs pretty quickly, but gain another yard on the play, and we'll get about 2 yards on the play.
All right, guys, that'll end the first quarter. And a pretty good first quarter by the Rams. What was your take that you saw?
It was a very good quarter from the Rams. 2 touchdowns off of 2 possessions, and now we'll toss it to Ryan Bell to talk about Rams' offensive struggles and their season so far. Is this the end of the first half or quarter?
Thanks, guys. And yeah, the main story for New Canaan has been their rushing offense this year. However, the same cannot be said about their passing offense. The Rams have yet to throw for over 65 yards through their first 4 games of the season. Now, part of that could be due to sophomore quarterback Alex Russi getting the start over senior Ty Groff. It'll be interesting to see if New Canaan can beat the streak against the Norwalk Bears defense. All right, guys, back up to you in the booth.
It's interesting to see that New Canaan's passing offense has struggled so much, given the fact that they're a spread offense. Spread offenses usually pride themselves on being able to throw it 40 to even 50 times a game and really go high tempo. So it's interesting that the Rams are so committed to the run game when they run a spread. As the Rams have now flipped sides of the field, as they do after every quarter. They're sticking with that 2-back set with Reed and Telesco.
Well, you know, with a running back like Hunter Telesco, it's hard not to run the ball. If there was fantasy football for high school, he would be the first person I would pick up on the draft. And it will be a pass from Alex Russi, and he will throw it out of bounds as he was pressured by number 53, Brendan Gilchrist.
Yeah, and if Russi was able to stay, and I understand that it was a rollout, but if he was able to look a little bit back to the left side of the field, he had Cooper Smith wide open on a post. So that's just just so close, but it was a tough read for Russi to make. Understandable that he missed it.
Yeah, it's a lot of pressure for sophomore Alex Russi. He's been pretty great this beginning of the season, and starting off this game, he's been pretty good so far.
Empty set here, 3 split out right, 2 left.
Looks like it'll be another pass from Alex Russi. Hard count. Won't work. New Canaan Rams will get ready to hear the play.
Look for another rollout right here. I'd be surprised if he dropped back and stayed in the pocket.
It's 3rd and 8. You got to think pass, and looks like it was going to be a pass, but penalty on the play. Offside, New Canaan Rams.
Yeah, I know Coach Farina's not happy about that one. He hates those offensive penalties, and especially one that's as simple as just getting the ball snapped on time. He's not going to be happy with Alex Russi about that. He'll receive an earful on the sideline. So now it's an even longer down. It'll be interesting to see if this is sort of a check down, settle for 3 type of play, or if they let Russi kind of air it out. So we'll see.
It's 3rd and 13 here. You got to think it's either going to be a deep pass from Alex Russi or a short pass to get in field goal range for Ty Groff. Another penalty on the field, and it'll be offside. New Canaan Rams again. Wow. What do you have to say about that? 2 penalties in a row, Andrew.
This is going to be a tough Sunday in the film room for the New Canaan offense when they meet with Coach Marinelli and Coach Farina. They're not going to be happy about this. Look for a screen now. I doubt they go deep down the field because Norwalk knows what's coming. They're probably going to sit back deep in a cover 2, maybe cover 3 coverage. So look for a dump off. No empty anymore.
We got a motion right here. And it'll be a run from number 34, James McKinney. And he will break the first tackle and almost break the second tackle. And we'll get about 10 yards on the play, but another penalty. And it'll be a holding on the offense from New Canaan Ram. You have 2 false starts, and then a 3rd play in a row, it's a holding on the offensive line. Wow. This offensive line on the Rams, what do you have to say about it?
Yeah, now you're out of field goal range. So now it's going to be 3rd and 28 from the 40-yard line for the Rams. Ty Groff's got a leg. He doesn't have that big of a leg. So you're going to need probably the first down's out of question, looking at 3rd and 28. But they're actually at the 43, so they're going to need probably at least 12 yards here to be able to kick. Otherwise, it's going to be a punt.
This will be interesting to see what New Canaan will do here. And it'll be a QB sneak from Alex Russi, and he will get about 10 yards on the play, maybe giving New Canaan Rams field goal range, if not just punting it.
This would be a record kick. The Rams got stopped at the 33. This is a 50-yard field goal if attempted. This would be incredible if Ty Groff would hit this.
And it looks like Ty Groff's going to go for the field goal, and this will be a 50-yard field goal attempt right here.
Wow.
That if he makes this will be the New Canaan record, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah, this will break his own record if he's able to hit this. This would be unbelievable.
He broke the New Canaan a field goal record a few weeks ago, week 1 against Xavier. Let's see if he can do it again right here against Norwalk. It's a snap. Kick is short. The kick is short by a few yards. Wow, that was really close, Andrew. What do you have to say about that kick right there?
Oh, breaks my heart. Just short for Groff. That would have been an absolute milestone. It's not often you see high school kickers booting 50-yarders. He was probably about a yard or 2 short there. So good effort by Groff. Why not try? I like the decision to kick by Lou Marinelli, though. Why not just try for the record? You're already up 14-0. Actually, Sean Brown is back in the game, folks. Quick little injury update.
It'll be interesting to see what Sean Brown will do here after Ryan Gilchrist took over last time and was able to get a few first downs for the Norwalk Bears. But I think Sean Brown has showed himself as being the QB1 this season, and it's good to see him back in. And he will hand it off to Hernandez, and Hernandez will be stopped for no gain. And the same problem, the offensive line. What do you have to say about it?
Neither offensive line has been performing too well thus far. The Rams with the penalties, and then the Norwalk Bears just being unable to create open holes for Hernandez running. So this is really going to force Norwalk to pass. That's pretty much what they're going to have to do to have any chance of getting back in this game, because the running game has just been way too inconsistent to start, and the running the ball also drains the clock, and they're down, so they don't have time on their side.
Gilchrist with the slant, and it will be caught by number 3, James Elkena, but huge hit by, I think it was number 2, AJ Bell. If I'm
No, that was 24, Tucker Milligan.
Tucker Milligan with the huge hit there.
I noted in my pregame players to watch that Milligan was the hardest hitting player on this team. He just showed it right there. It may have been illegal, but Milligan laid the boom. It's good to see that number 3 got right back up. That Jamar Alsena, the receiver, got right back up. He's fine, so that's good to see. But my God, that was a big hit.
Wow,
we heard that from the press box.
We heard that from up here, and I think I saw his mouth guard go flying. That was a great catch by Elkena there, and
good throw too.
Good throw, good hit by Tucker. A little illegal, but it's okay. And Sean Brown will just throw the ball out of bounds, almost being sacked by number 98, Brad Boutine.
Good pressure there by Brad Boutine. It's good to see that he's getting a lot of time. I actually believe that's Will Pepe. I believe that's Will Pepe. That's number 98.
Yeah.
Usually Pepe is 99, but today he's 98.
I believe that is Will Pepe. Sorry for the wrong name. My roster says 98's Brad Boutine, but it's okay. We'll see.
Empty set here for Norwalk.
Sean Brown back here, 2nd and 10. And it'll be a QB sneak. And he will break a few tackles, little spin moves, just to get about 2 yards on the gain. It will be 3rd and 8.
And the Rams are now, I believe for the first time today, going with that head package that they run a lot. It's a 3-safety package, and they bring in safety Andrew Nolan, who's a great player. So it's good to see him out there right now. So this is usually used on 3rd and longs when the Coach Silvestri expects the opposing team to pass. And this is obviously going to be a passing down for the Bears.
3rd and 8 here for Norwalk. It looks like we have Gilchrist back in at QB here. Let's see what he can do.
Brown at quarterback, if I'm not.
Gilchrist, number 9, with the pass there.
Yeah, sorry, that was Gilchrist.
Yeah. He'll get the about a 4-yard slant pass to number 3, Elkena again. And if you're Elkena, you have to be scared on that slant again after getting popped. He got hit pretty hard there again, but he was able to make the catch once again.
Yeah, and it's smart that the Bears are going for it here. Chance to get some real momentum going. Let's see what they do.
Big play here, 4th down and 3. They try to do a hard count, and penalties will be thrown on the field.
Ooh, that's brutal for the Norwalk Bears. Now they got a punt.
Wow.
That's really tough. That's probably a situation in which you do snap the ball, but 4th and 8 is just too far, too big of a risk. Brutal penalty. That's the stuff you can't beat the Rams with those types of penalties.
Being the Norwalk Bears, you know it's 4th down and 3. If you get the Rams offsides, it's a 1st down for you guys. And if you don't, it's a punt. You have to be very smart on that play, and they weren't there, and it led to it being a 4th and 8, and now they'll be punting it.
Yep, and the Bears will now call timeout.
That was a hard play for the Norwalk Bears because they really needed that 1st down because it's getting close to the end of the half with 6 minutes left, and the Rams are still up 14-0.
I'm not going to lie, Dylan. I absolutely love these Rams uniforms today. They're absolutely special.
Yeah, I love the New Canaan Rams jerseys today. I love being at this game during the day. The only thing I miss is under the lights with the new lights that have been added to Dunning Stadium.
Those new lights are absolutely phenomenal. But I believe this is the only Saturday game that the Rams will play this year, not including the state playoffs, if they are able to make it. So it's great to see that that the Rams are enjoying this Saturday game with a great first half.
Okay, now we'll see here. Punt for Norwalk. Griffin Gettner will be the punt returner
Good
for New
punt.
Canaan Rams. Griffin Gettner will return it. He's running to the right
Oh,
side.
he's got
He's
a
a lot
lane.
of yards. He's a lot of area. And he will keep running. He will go. He's at the 20. He's at the 15. And he will get tackled at the 15.
What
Wow.
a play by Gettner. And since they've moved him to punt returner, which actually he's only been the punt returner for this game and then the Bridgeport game, he has been making play after play. He's a phenomenal punt returner. He's probably one of him and Telesco, I would say, are the two best athletes on this team. So it's great that they're using him. And he's an incredibly smart player, knowing when to call fair catch. He had a great lane, great blocking there by the Rams, and Russie is still out there.
I've been on the field with Griffin before, whatever sport it is, football, lacrosse, and he has the fastest legs I've seen. He beats everyone in the sprints. He is really fast, and we saw it there with his legs, passing everyone on the Norwalk punt recovery. And number 3 run by Hunter Telesco, and he will score a touchdown, 16-yard touchdown from Hunter Telesco.
Telesco is a touchdown machine, folks. He leads the team in touchdowns by a ridiculous margin, and a phenomenal jump cut there to just completely fool the Norwalk defender. And he has just had an incredible start to this season. A great run there by Telesco. And the Bears desperately need a score coming up on this drive, or else, Dylan, this could get out of hand.
Yeah, you love to see 3 touchdowns from 3 different players, one from Russie, one from Luke Reed, and one from Hunter Telesco. All great touchdowns, and New Canaan Rams will be up 21-0 with 6 minutes left in the first half.
So if I'm the Norwalk Bears, I'm trying to get a chunk play. Maybe some sort of trickery, maybe a reverse, a double reverse, what have you. Maybe even a receiver pass, because right now I'm going to be trying to do anything I can to catch this defense off guard. But it's just tough. It's tough when you're outmatched on the offensive line. And that's really the big thing, that the big difference between these two teams is the offensive line and the defensive line. New Canaan is just deeper there, and they're better there. And they have better athletes as well on the line. And as good as your skill players are, you can't compete if your offensive line isn't up to par. And unfortunately, that looks to be the situation with the Norwalk Bears today. But hopefully I'm wrong, and hopefully the Bears are able to execute a scoring drive here.
Yeah, I've loved the short slant passes from the Norwalk Bears. I feel like those have been working. And right now we see kickoff from Ty Groff, and it'll be a muff from Norwalk. And
I
who will
think
come up with the
Norwalk
ball?
recovered there. I think barely. Great kick by Ty Groff,
It'll
and they
be-
do recover. Norwalk
Norwalk
lives to see another day. That could have been catastrophic.
That would have been very bad to see after the first kick return was a fumble.
And number 5, Jeremiah Scott, was able to recover for the Bears. Great play by Scott, noticing that fumble and getting on it when he could.
Yeah, hopefully we can see something from the Norwalk Bears here. If I'm the Norwalk's coach, I'm just hoping my offensive line can do their job and give Sean Brown enough time in the pocket to get the pass off. We haven't seen too much in the running game from Norwalk. Hernandez hasn't been able to do too much today. Sean Brown will take the hike, and he'll pass it to number 5, Jeremiah Scott, who will get about 1 yard on the play there.
Yeah, that probably should have been a false start too. It looked like the Bears offensive line went a second too early, not called. Pretty good throw there. Just great coverage by Brendan Hagan. He's one of the smartest players on this team, and he can read that quick out very easily. So good job by Hagan there, opposite side corner. He is just a lockdown corner.
Yeah, that was a pretty weird snap there. It looked like it was offsides, and only a 1 yard pass, but Looks like Sean Brown will pass it again to, looks like no one.
Yeah, he had to throw that ball away. They ran a little rollout play with Jeremiah Scott and Cam Pelliter, but neither guy really got open. Good job by the Rams DBs staying home and making sure that play got shut down quick.
Yeah, it looked like he was trying to get the pass off, but with the pressure, wasn't able to get it to the wide receiver he wanted to, and now we have 13-9. Sean Brown with the pass, and it will be incomplete pass. It looks like it will hit the ground before Norwalk wide receiver number 3, Jamar Alcana, will come up with the catch.
Yep, and the punt team, unfortunately, heads back out again for the Bears. So the Rams will get another shot. And this doesn't even have to be a hurry-up type of offense. You can run really whatever you want if you're Dan Farina, because 5 minutes is plenty of time for the Rams, especially against this Bears defense.
I'm excited to see what Griffin Gettner here will do on the punt return this time.
Yeah.
I'm hoping to see another huge run from him. It's very exciting to see these huge punt returns.
Yeah, he's the best at it.
Timeout, Norwalk. It's getting close to the end of the first half, 5 minutes left, and it's 21-0 New Canaan Rams. Is this the game you expected, Andrew?
Unfortunately, it is the game I expected. I knew Coach Marinelli wasn't going to let last year's homecoming loss slide, and I knew he was going to get his team ready to go this week. And to say the least, the Rams came out hot, especially with that opening play. Fumble recovery, the score, and they haven't looked back since. So hopefully Gettner's able to make a play here. Yeah. But if I'm Gettner, I'm not returning this for sure. You can't get too cocky if you're Griffin Gettner.
Yeah, we'll see here. This is exactly what you should expect from the number 2 team in the state, and you love to see it from the Canaan Rams. And Griffin Gettner will return it again, and that will be a good hit by number 31. Don't have his number down, but good hit block from number 31 on the New Canaan Rams, and Griffin Gettner will get a huge run right there on the punt return.
I believe that's Connor Mazza returning with the block. He absolutely laid out a Norwalk defender and was able to free up Griffin Gettner for another good return. And a clean block as well. So good job by Mazza on the play. And that's what these Rams coaches love to do. An athlete like Mazza, who's just not quite ready to play on the varsity level, special teams is a great place that coaches use to get those sophomores and even the juniors who aren't ready for varsity important reps, because special teams is one of the most important factors of the game.
We got Alex Russi, and he will throw a screen pass to number 18, Will Langford. And Will Langford will get about 9 yards on the play there. Great screen pass right there.
Yeah. Dan Farina loves his screens, and we've already seen about, 3, maybe 4 screens already. It's working, so why not keep going with it, especially in that trip so you can get guys in space and blockers out in front of you.
Alex Russi,
no.
With the fumble on the snap there, and he will just drop on the ball. You hate to see it right there. Bad snap catch right there. I don't know if it was more of a bad snap or Alex Russi messed up on the catch, but now it'll be 2nd and 20 for the New Canaan Rams. Wow.
Yeah, that's tough.
15.
It didn't look like it was Russi's fault. Just not a great snap there. And smart by Russi to fall on it, even though it lost yards. No need to risk it and fumbling it possibly. Yes. So good. So smart play by Russi.
Smart play by the sophomore Alex Russi, and he'll get dropped back, get ready to pass it, and another screen pass. This time to number 17. Oh, and number 17, Cooper Smith will fumble it, but it looks like the New Canaan Rams will pick up the ball right after.
Great design there, a little jailbreak screen to free up Cooper Smith. Cooper Smith is a really good athlete, and he's able to do a great job in space and get a bunch of yards. However, not great that he fumbled that.
I talked to Cooper Smith before the game, and he said this was going to be his game. He was going to score a touchdown. He was going to make some catches, and we've seen that today. I think he's had 3 catches today. It'll be another pass to number 34, James McKinney, and it'll be 4th and 1. It'll be interesting to see what the Rams do here on 4th and 1.
Wouldn't be surprised if they kicked it.
Looks like they'll go for it, because if they kicked it, it would be a pretty long field goal. They'll go for the 4th and 1. Surprised they're not going for a jumbo set, but what do you think they're going to run here?
I think they'll probably, it's really interesting they're going empty. This would be a for sure run.
And we will see a run. It will be a QB sneak from Alex Rusty, and he will get the first down, about a 3-yard rush on the play.
Yeah, good play by the Norwalk Bears defender, but not really much you can do there. It was just probably about a half yard to gain. Rusty didn't have to do much to move the chains. You figured they were going to try and run there, but they ended up doing it. So
I love to see what Rusty has done this game. You know, against Fairfield Prep, he only had 1 completion. Right now, he's completion after completion after completion, and we see a run there from number 27, Michael Smith, the sophomore, and he will get 4 yards on the play on the run.
And that's one thing that Coach Marinelli really stressed about, the reasoning behind sticking with Rusty instead of moving back to Ty Groff. Rusty has 2 years left after this year, and he wants to build Rusty's confidence up now, similar to the way
Alex Rusty will drop back, and he'll get sacked
good
by
sack there.
number 65, Kobe Williams. Kobe Williams with the great sack there on Alex Rusty.
Good play by Williams. As I was saying, though, he kind of wanted to build Alex Rusty's confidence now in that sophomore year so that he's really comfortable within the system as a junior and a senior, similar to the way he played Drew Pine as a true freshman.
Now the New Canaan Rams look great here today, and Alex Rusty with a huge pass to number 27, Michael Smith, and it'll be passed out of bounds.
Yeah, I mean, he had him. He had him there as a flag is down, actually.
Wow, that would have been a crazy play, sophomore to sophomore. You got to look. New Canaan Rams are playing great this year. 2nd team in the state right now. It looks like they have a lot of future success coming up with all these sophomores and juniors that are in.
For sure. And he actually had Michael Smith. Smith had a step on his defender, but just a little bit overthrown. And you look at a play like that, and that's kind of the reason why I feel like Dan Farina should open up the playbook a little bit more. I mean, you're having guys wide open on when you do throw deep. Why not try it a little bit more?
4th and 9.
Interesting formation by the.
I've seen this like the Colts video on YouTube. I don't know if you've seen that. That's kind of what I'm thinking. Oh, but it looks like they'll all come back, and it will be a field goal attempt. It will be
45-yard.
45-yard field goal, and the kick is good. The kick is good by Ty Groff. 45-yard field goal.
Yeah, that's a wonderful kick by Ty Groff. Way to redeem himself for coming up short on that 50-yarder. He knew he didn't want to do it again, and that's just a great job by Groff, booting it through. Not unexpected, though. Ty is just a phenomenal kicker. He'll probably be kicking on Saturdays next year in college. That's how good Ty Groff is.
Ty Groff, in my opinion, and a lot of people's, you could say, the best kicker in the state. As we see another 45-yard field goal, I wouldn't be surprised if he broke his record again later this season, as he almost broke it today.
Nearly broke it today, yeah. Record was 48 yards, I believe.
Yes.
So, yeah.
And now we'll get ready for the kickoff. Hopefully we won't see another fumble from the Norwalk Bears.
Yeah, it doesn't look like the Bears are going to be – they haven't really been returning it all that much, and the 2 times they have, they fumbled. So I would proceed with caution if I was one of the Bears returners. But you notice New Canaan did an interesting kick. They didn't really kick it as far as they could. It was kind of a pooch kick onto that right side of the field, and it forced the Norwalk returner to come up and get it. He was unable to do it, and the Rams nearly recovered the ball.
Yeah, that was a very interesting kick and made the kick returner really run for it, which made him off. And now we'll see like a squib kick from the New Canaan Rams.
Oh my goodness! I think they recovered
it. Looks like New Canaan Rams will cover it. We'll see if it's what the refs have to say, and we'll wait. And
Ty Groff is pumped up.
Number 42, Thomas Garcia comes up with the ball, and it'll be New Canaan's ball. You love to see Thomas Garcia with the fumble recovery there, coming back from a torn ACL recovery.
Yeah, that's great to see, and what a good execution by the New Canaan Rams. Perfect. It wasn't really an onside kick.
Yeah.
It looked more like a squib kick, but it was kicked so well by Ty Groff that it went to kind of a dead spot on the field, and the Rams were able to get to it. So good play by Groff and Garcia.
It looked like more of a squib kick there. Had a few high bounces that made it not go too far, and New Canaan Rams were able to get to it and recover it. And now we'll see huge pass by Alex Russi to number 34, James McKierney. And that'll be a great play by Alex Russi there. What do you have to say about that huge pass by
good
him?
rollout and good job by McInerney, just making sure that he got out of bounds, because there's only 52 seconds left. You're going to want to stop the clock for sure. And that's what they did.
Yeah, that was a great toe tap catch right there. And now we'll see what Alex Russi can do here on 2nd and 2. And he'll drop out again for a pass. And it'll be Will Langford, about a 3-yard, 4-yard out, maybe even less. And he will get out of bounds. Oh, no, he won't get out of bounds. The clock is still running right now. But it looks like the
Rams will probably burn a timeout.
That's not something you like to see there. Even though the Rams get the first down, they had to burn it out of timeout.
Yeah, but that's all right. Langford fell, and the Rams stored their timeouts, so they were able to use it at the right time. They still have plenty of time. I wouldn't be surprised, though, if they settled again for another field goal here.
45 seconds left in the first half. So it'll be interesting to see what the Rams can do here, with it being 1st and 10 on the Norwalk's own 22-yard line.
As you hear the band.
Yeah, I love hearing the band, hearing the drums.
Of course.
You know, I used to do a little band stuff back in elementary school.
Oh yeah, back in the good old middle school days, I was a drummer in the middle school band. It's great to see that they're doing a great job out here on homecoming.
Yeah, we've seen great stuff from the band, the cheerleaders, and of course New Canaan Bomb Squad, with all the family members and kids and people that are here in the fans to watch this game today. And we'll get a switch up in running back, and we'll see Luke Reed in instead of the usual Hunter Telesco. And Alex Russi will pass it deep to Hunter Telesco, and he will almost bring it in with one hand. Wow, that could have been a crazy play. I said, where was Hunter Telesco? And I didn't see my wide receiver there. What do you have to say about that?
That was tough. That was a poor read, frankly, by Alex Russi. He had Michael Smith wide open right down the middle of the field. He can't lock in on his first read, and that's something that he's going to get better with as time goes on. But that's a missed touchdown right there, just wide open, no one near him.
You know, Hunter Telesco in the play was probably his primary wide receiver. Only looking at him, and he got a little too hungry there. Wasn't really looking at his other wide receivers, and now we'll get a 2nd and 10. And Russi will get ready to pass again, and this time to Michael Smith. And Michael Smith will come down with that ball. That was a huge catch by Michael Smith, and they'll hurry up to try to get the spike off right now.
Phenomenal catch, yeah. Looks like they called another timeout.
No,
Clock's not running, so. The clock starts running.
The clock stops running, but it looks like they're doing a little hurry up. I don't know what they're going to do there with the clock, but Hunter Telesco will run up the middle, and it'll be touchdown. Hunter Telesco with a 6-yard run. New Canaan Rams.
Like I said, you know Farina and Coach Marinelli are going to want to feed Hunter Telesco. They've done it time and time again, and he has just looked unstoppable. so far this season. And now the Rams have really built a sizable lead heading into halftime. Barring a miracle touchdown here by the Norwalk Bears, it's going to be 31-0 heading into half. So look to see these young Rams. There's going to be a lot of young Rams in the second half as Ty boots it through.
Wow, that was a good run by Hunter Schlesko to get the touchdown. But to go back to the play before with that great catch by sophomore Michael Smith, sophomore to sophomore, he was in the air and he was able to bring it down.
Yeah.
That was a crazy catch. What do you have to say about that?
That's just something that if I'm Coach Marinelli, I'm getting so excited to see. Seeing a sophomore to sophomore catch and throw, that's not really something you see that much on the varsity level. And like showing that they're successful right now is just got to get them excited because these guys got 2 more years together after this year. So if they're able to just be successful this season, the sky's the limit for what they can do moving forward. And I really think that last drive helped get Alex Russey's confidence up. Even though it was really just one completion there, you got to start throwing it a little with Russey. So it's good to see that he's being successful.
20 seconds left in the first half, and I would have said when it was 44 seconds that probably nothing else will happen in this game, but shortly I was wrong, and they got the squib kick or onside kick, and they scored a touchdown off of it. It'd be interesting to see what they do here on the kickoff.
Yeah, for sure.
Ty Groff getting ready to do the kick, and he'll have another weird kick, very low to the ground. Not a squib kick, but Norwalk kick returner will recover it, and he'll get to the 25-yard line.
Another bobble, though. This is now the 4th kickoff the Norwalk Bears have not recovered cleanly. And that's something that I know Eric Stevens, who coaches the kickoff team, is loving to see, that these kicks are mighty effective because they're either causing turnovers or nearly causing turnovers. So the Rams kickoff unit has just done a phenomenal job so far. And it'll be interesting to see if Norwalk just takes a knee here with 13 seconds left and doesn't test their luck.
Yeah, I think those New Canaan Rams knows those weird kicks really throws off the Norwalk's kickoff return, and it has been working kickoff after kickoff. And we'll see if Norwalk could do anything here in the last 13 seconds. 31-0. This has been a great quarter for the New Canaan Rams with scoring 17 points in the second quarter and 14 in the first quarter. What do you think Norwalk has to change here if they want to come back in this game, Andrew?
Just better line play, I think. I think the line really has to have a better second half if they want to take a chunk out of this New Canaan lead. The problem is the Rams start with the ball starting in the third quarter. It's very rare you see a team start with it in the first and second half, but because Norwalk fumbled on the opening kickoff, that's the case. It looks like they're not going to take a knee.
Now we'll see. They'll just run it to Hernandez, and he'll be stopped instantly. Not what you want to see from Norwalk.
Yeah, and as we reach the end of the first half, here were some scores around the FCAC last night. Trumbull defeated Stanford 42-14. In a top-rated matchup, Greenwich defeated St. Joe's 36-26. Staples was able to beat Danbury 42-21. And Darien was able to defeat Wilton 18-15. Now we'd like to to thank our sponsors. This game is sponsored by our NC Rams All Sports Booster Club Platinum and Gold sponsors. We would like to thank our Platinum sponsor, Dr. William Fessler Family Dentistry, the dental office for your entire family's dental needs. At William Fessler Family Dentistry, smile, you're in good hands. We would also like to thank our Platinum sponsors and NCHS alumni, Leo and Steve Carl of Carl Chevrolet, who have been proud supporters of local athletic programs for generations. Their dealership has been serving Fairfield County since 1927. Their team is ready to assist with all of your automotive needs. We would like to thank our platinum sponsor, Walter Stewart's. The Walter Stewart's Market has supported NC Rams athletics and the entire New Canaan community for years. Walter Stewart's is your fresh local market. We would like to thank our gold sponsor, Anderson Kenny Architecture, a full-service practice that encompasses a range of commissioned residential and commercial projects. Each project is a thoughtful collaboration tailored for clients and their needs. The outcome is highly personal, constructed with intention and integrity. We would like to thank our gold sponsor, Frangione Engineering. Planning on putting in a pool or an addition onto your house? Are you having drainage issues on your property? Frangione Engineering can help you find a solution. Thank you to our gold sponsor, Performance Optimal Health, who proudly supports all New Canaan Rams athletics in their 2022-2023 seasons. Their team helps clients achieve their health goals through exercise, recovery, nutrition, and stress management. They offer their congratulations to all teams competing this season. We would also like to thank our gold sponsor, Renaissance Partners, a family-owned and New Canaan-based residential building and remodeling company serving all of Fairfield County. Again, a big thank you to all of our sponsors. The NC Rams All Sports Booster Club supports all New Canaan High School athletics. Go Rams.
Great first half of football.
And we're now going to take a break.
Junior Izzy Kramer. Sophomore Carrington. Freshman Isabel Kelly. Freshman Savannah Delaney. Junior Ann Cornwinder Gott. And Junior Claudia Garcia. There they are, ladies and gentlemen. And our head coach, Leasha Watkin, and assistant coach, Donna Watkin. It's all yours, ladies. New Canaan High School cheerleaders, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, ladies. attention to the scoreboard for a very informative video about the transformation of the New Canaan High School planetarium.
Welcome back, everyone, and we have a very good game today, and we're going to be looking at some highlights of the game. Rush by Luke Reed for the 1-yard gain.
Good play by Javier Perez Soto. And then the interception, of course, made by Walker Blair.
Pass here, Alex Rossi to number 34, McLean.
Alex Russey's been good with his legs today, too, as you see there.
Some defense from the Rams.
The D-line has been getting home all day long, as you see in these highlights. The D-line has been absolutely ferocious.
If I was the Norwalk quarterback, I would be pretty scared right there when we see that huge hit from Tucker Milligan, and then this huge run from Griffin Gettner.
At a punt return. And then Hunter Telesco with his, I believe, 2 touchdowns. The screen game has been used a lot, as you see here, with a Cooper Smith catch and run that went for about 20 yards.
As you see, most of New Canaan's offense has been runs up the middle or screen passes or quick 5-yard outs, you could say.
So now we're going to kick it down to our sideline reporter, PJ, for more.
All right, guys, thank you. As you saw before, these highlights that you saw and the scoring, they wouldn't be possible without the offensive line play of these Rams. With the likes of Ben Sibbett and Captain Graham Ladley, these Rams have been terrorizing this Norwalk Bears defensive line, as no sacks have been allowed on Russie, or I believe no TFLs for the running backs here in New Canaan. Back up to you guys.
Dylan, what do you want to see the Rams do in the second half, and what do you want to see the Bears do in the second half?
So the Rams, I mean, there's nothing you can really say about them. They've been playing great. They're up 31-0. As long as they keep doing what they've been doing, they'll be good. Their running is working, their passing is working, their defense is playing great. Nothing I would change about the New Canaan Rams, but Norwalk, there's a lot that needs to be changed. You know, the special teams, first of all, a lot of muffs, not getting too much answers on the special teams. They're letting up huge punt returns that makes it that the punts aren't even worth it. And then on offense, we haven't seen that many first downs. We saw that second drive from Gilchrist that was okay, but the offensive line has to play better. You know, that's not giving the QB enough to get the pass off, and these rushes, there's no hole, if any, and they also can't stop New Canaan's offense on defense.
Yeah, one thing I want to see the Rams do is use Ty Groff at quarterback in the second half. Whether Coach Marinelli likes it or not, Ty Groff is probably going to have to get some meaningful quarterback reps at some point this season. Whether it be poor play or injuries, he'll probably get snaps at some point, and this would be a great half to put Ty in, let him throw it around and get his confidence up. And then looking at Norwalk, it was a tough first half. You can't take too many positives out of that first half by Norwalk. However, they can still do a lot of things in the second half that can have them feeling good about next week. Norwalk's winless right now. They were not expected to win this game. So if I'm the Norwalk head coach, what I'm really looking for is good plays that I can look back on the film and say, yeah, we can build off that. And they didn't have very many of those plays in the first half. So hopefully they have more of those in the second half.
Well, you know how you said you want to see Tiger off in at quarterback? Well, I see him on the sideline right now down there, warming up his arm and throwing a few passes to injured player Max Alert. So looks like we have a good chance of seeing Ty Groff go in the game in the second half. I will see kick return for New Canaan. This will be New Canaan's first kick return of the game. We have Griffin Gettner back there with
Brendan Hagan.
Number 9, Brendan Hagan. And
Ooh.
A little miscommunication where Brendan Hagen will pick it up, and
He's got a
he has
huge
hole in the middle. Wow! And one guy to beat, and he will beat him.
Oh my
This will be a
goodness.
huge run for Brendan Hagen, number 9, and it will be touchdown New Canaan Rams off the kick return.
The middle of the field, it was like Moses parting the seas.
I don't know what Norwalk was doing there. They just let up the whole middle. A little miscommunication with the kick return, but that was the easiest touchdown I think I've ever seen. Just huge middle.
It was interesting because that's the second special teams play now that it's originally looked bad for the Rams. At the start of the first half, it looked like Norwalk's kick returner was going to make a play. Then he fumbled. At the start of the second half now, it looked like it was some miscommunication between Hagen and Gettner. I don't think either of them knew they were going to get the ball. And then the middle of the field was just wide open. I have no clue what the Norwalk Bears were doing there. But great play by Brendan Hagen to not only get the ball, but to find that hole.
You know, as Norwalk, you got to be probably pretty dead right now. Coming into this second half, it was 31-0, and off the first play on the kick return, they let up another touchdown. Now it's 38-0. Looks pretty quiet over there. You have to think, what is Norwalk going to do right now to come back in this game, if they even can?
Unfortunately, Dylan, I think it's probably a little too far out of reach at this point now at 38-0. But I just want to see them try and throw the ball down the field. Sean Brown actually has a really strong arm. He just hasn't really been able to utilize it at all so far. And that's something that I really want to see Norwalk try and do here.
Yeah, I would love to see Norwalk not stop trying, keep working hard, and maybe they can get a touchdown on one of these next few drives. And
yeah.
You never know. Maybe they can come back. I've seen more crazier stuff.
This would certainly be one of the craziest comebacks of all time. But let's see what Norwalk can do here with the kick return.
Now, let's see what type of kick Tygroff will do here now. We've seen a lot of interesting kicks from him, and it'll be interesting to see what he'll do here. And Tygroff with the kick, and it will be a regular kick, high kick. It'll be returned by Norwalk, and he will get tackled pretty hard, and he will be stopped at his own 25.
They still got the starters out there. I'm assuming they'll roll with the starting defense probably for another series or two, and then slowly start to work those backups into the game because this game is out of reach. It looks like the clock has started to run, so we're at running clock now. So only expect these starters to play a little bit more. Henry Perrone is in the game at nose guard, so it's good to see that he's in.
You know, you see all these young players starting and getting a lot of playing time. It'll be interesting to see what other young players they'll have coming in the second half. We see run by Hernandez there, and he will fumble the ball, but it will not count. He hit the ground before he let the ball out.
Yeah,
so.
Really good hit by Matt Salmini coming over and making that play as well. He's kind of at a quiet day.
Yeah.
But overall this season he has been probably the Rams' best player overall. He's been such a pleasant surprise for these coaches, and he's really started to take pride in his size and his speed at his size, and he's been laying the boom this season.
And we'll see him here. Sean Brown will get away, but you almost saw Matt Samini there with another tackle. Like you said, he's had some great games this season. A little slow today, but he's still one of the best players out there.
Kudos to Sean Brown for staying in the game. He's running with a limp right now. He's clearly not at 100%, showing his toughness today by staying in the game even when down this big.
It will be 3rd and 7 for Norwalk here, and you're hoping you just let up a touchdown, and all you're hoping is to at least get a first down, no more 3 and outs, and Sean Brown will pass it back to, it'll be intercepted by, oh, it will not be intercepted. It hit the ground first according to the refs. That was almost an interception by number 7, Griffin Gettner, but it will be 4th and 7.
Looked like it was a miscommunication in terms of routes there. Brown thought that his receiver, number 10 on Norwalk, Cam Pelletier, was running a slant, it looked like, but Pelletier never made the cut, so it was clear that something was off in terms of communication. Nearly got picked, should have been picked.
And that's something we can't see from Norwalk right now is miscommunication. Nothing's working out for them right now. And right now we'll see another punt return from Griffin Gettner. And he'll call a fair catch. And New Canaan will start on their own 45. New Canaan really hasn't been that far back on their own side of the field, and they usually have had very good field percentage this whole game.
Yeah, and Alex Russi, number 10, now has his receiving gloves on. So he's going out at receiver, and Ty Groff, number 8, is in at quarterback. Good to see Ty Groff finally in the game.
Wow, that'll be interesting to see what Ty Groff will do at quarterback right now, and also what Alex Russi will do as wide receiver. First play for Ty Groff as QB, and we'll get a motion from Cooper Smith, and it'll be handed off to Cooper Smith. And he'll have a pretty big hole, and he'll get tackled down kind of hard, but he'll get 6 yards on the play there.
Yeah, good play. And number 88 for the Rams, I believe that's Hudson Kenny, is now in the game at running back, if I am correct. Yeah, number 88, Kenny.
Tiger out trying to get off the hard count. Won't work. And let's see what New Canaan Rams will call here. Screenplay. Looks like it was a face mask there, but he will keep running. And that will be about a 25-yard reception. What do you have to say about that huge play right there?
That's just good blocking by the Rams receivers. Smart of Coach Marinelli to leave that starting group in for another, as the refs miss the face mask. It's actually holding against the Rams. But it's a good idea for Coach Marinelli and Coach Farina to leave those starting receivers in because, like I mentioned at the start of the game, these guys are super young. I don't think any of them are seniors. Actually, none of the starting receivers are seniors. So it's good to just keep getting them reps so that next year they don't have to be as run-oriented as they have been thus far.
Okay, now let's see what Rams will do here on 2nd and 6. It'll be handed off to number 88,
Hudson
Kenny.
Yeah, good run there by Kenny.
He will get the first down on the play, and it'll be 1st and 10 for the Rams now on Norwalk's side of the field.
Another great example of a sophomore who played well over the summer and earned playing time. So that's a really good job there by Kenny.
Now let's see what the Canaan Rams offense will do here. Ty Groff will throw a screen pass to Cooper Smith, and Cooper Smith will just get hit instantly. Nothing was happening on that play there.
I don't really understand why they drew up a screen to the near side of the field. They didn't. That just takes away space. It would have made more sense if they had thrown a screen to the left side of the field because there's not enough space, especially on a screenplay. Odd play call there, and it didn't end up working out.
Yeah, it was a pretty odd play call. Right from the beginning, you could see that once he made the pass, nothing was going to happen on that play. It'd be interesting to see what the New Canaan Rams will do here on 2nd and 11. I'd like to say we've seen a few more passes with Ty Groffin so far. Nothing too crazy, just a few screens, but let's see what will happen here. And it will be a handoff to Hudson Kenny, and he'll get a huge run on the play, and he'll get about 10 yards. It'll be, looks like 3rd and 1, 3rd and 2 on the play.
Yeah, good run. Another just huge hole for Kenny to run through. This O-line has done, outside of the couple penalties on that one drive, they have done an absolutely phenomenal job for the Rams, blocking-wise, especially in the run game. And I think that is one reason for why Coach Farina sticks so heavily to the run game. I think these offensive linemen just do better with running than passing.
Let's see what New Canaan will do here on 3rd and 1, and they'll run it to Hudson Kenny again, and he'll get out of he'll spin move out of one guy, and he'll get the first down. Good 6 yards on the gain there.
Yeah, good play by Kenny. Way to spin out of a tackle and go down moving forward.
You know, running back Hudson Kenny, sophomore, has been looking great right now in these runs, and you think he's another sophomore. This New Canaan Rams team is going to be good for years to come.
And you can already kind of see the Rams offense 2 years down the line coming together with Russie at quarterback. You have Hudson Kenny, and you already have Michael Smith as well, and James McInerney as well. So they have just a plethora of young guys already playing.
Run to Hudson Kenny once again, and he'll get stopped pretty shortly. He'll get about a 2-yard run on the gain there, and it'll be 2nd and 8.
This would be a great spot for the Rams to run kind of a deep play, a post, I would guess, as there's an injured player down on the field for Norwalk.
You know, I'm pretty excited to see Ty Groffin, and I would love to see a huge pass from him here. But right on the field, looks like we have an injury from a Norwalk player. I don't know exactly who it is. You hate to see injuries like this.
Hate
Andrew.
to see it, yep.
Looks like he can get up on his own. It will be number 9, Ryan Gilchrist, who got hit on that play, or whatever happened to him injury-wise. But it looks like he's walking pretty fine, no limping. He's talking to the trainer. Looks like he'll be okay. Hopefully he's okay, and we'll get back in the game shortly, if not back at practice next week. Injuries, you hate to see it. We've seen that a lot with New Canaan Rams.
Yeah, they've
Many
really
players.
suffered this year from the injury bug. They're finally starting to get guys back. Their 2 main guys that they're still missing are Stillert, and then, of course, Dr. Dom, the running back, Dom Rasso. He's a great running back, and I know he was really excited for this upcoming season. Such a shame he's been out thus far.
Another run to Hudson Kenny, and he will get about 3 yards on the play, if not 2 yards. And you think, like, all these injuries, like you just said, New Canaan Rams are ranked number 2 in the state right now. Imagine if they had all those players, what they would be doing to these teams they're playing right now. It's crazy to even think about.
It is. It's very, very crazy to think about. As you see another sophomore check in, James Towers. He's in the game at receiver. And I believe you have number 54, Jacob Leibowitz, checking in at offensive line. And we're headed to the 4th quarter, folks.
Now, that was a pretty quick 3rd quarter, as it looks like it's a running clock now. And this last quarter will probably go past pretty quickly, as we see most of the second line for New Canaan, a few first strings still in there, but for the most part, second string players getting their reps, getting some more experience on the varsity level, and we'll see what they can do here. Still have a lot of fans here watching this game, even though it's a blowout right now. You like to see it. A little bit of the bomb squad left, but all the other fans are here and having a fun day on homecoming weekend.
Yeah, it's always great to see. New Canaan just has so much pride in their football team, and that's continuously shown with the turnout for the homecoming game. The town really does care about the team, so it's great that they're doing well this season. And now you got a bunch of new guys checking in. You have number 29 there, Luke Bopp, who's in, and number 35, Will Sullivan, is also in.
I would just like to say Ryan Gilchrist is back in the game for Norwalk, and he was the one that was injured earlier, and you love to see him back in the game here. Let's see what New Canaan can do here on 3rd and 8. They try to get them with the hard count, does not work, and they will change the play. A little bit of a pistol formation in the backfield for New Canaan. And New Canaan will get their play, and now let's see what they'll do here. We hand it off to number 88, Hudson Kenny, the sophomore, and he will just bulldoze through the Norwalk defense and get the first down, but penalty on the field on New Canaan.
Yeah, so now it's going to be 3rd and 18. Hopefully they'll let Ty throw it now. But now he's dealing with a wide receiver lineup he's dealing with the backup wide receivers right now. He's throwing to the backup wide receivers, so it's unclear. It'll be interesting to see if Groff has chemistry with these guys, because I'm not sure if Groff has been working with the first or the second unit. So hopefully he has been working with these sophomores, and they're able to make a play here. There's a sniffer here. Sullivan is at the sniffer position.
I don't know about you, Andrew, but I would love to see another field goal from Ty Groff if we could, but they'll hand it off to number 88, Hudson Kenny, and he will keep running, and he will get the first down, but another flag on the play there.
I just don't understand why they're running it. It's running clock either way. It's 3rd and 18. Why are you running the ball? It's odd. It's an odd decision, but
you know, I think just New Canaan's just not trying to run up the score too much.
That's probably true.
Just running the ball, getting whatever yards they can, and they'll have another holding call. I'll say that's probably been New Canaan's biggest problem is the holding on the offensive line. We've seen that a few times today.
And now number 81, Robbie Frangione's also checking into the game. So an all sophomore receiver lineup here right now with Towers, Cuesta, Sullivan, and Frangione.
Ty Groff here, and he'll hand it off to Hudson Kenny once again, and Hudson Kenny will break through every tackle, and he will score a touchdown. Hudson Kenny with the 31-yard touchdown run. What do you have to say about that, Andrew?
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. They just ran that same exact run, the same exact scheme 4 plays in a row with the 3 penalties, and it still worked. That shows how good this Rams O-line is in the run game. Literally the same exact play, just kind of a sweep right from that I formation, but it worked. So kudos to the Rams for scoring there. I would have liked to see Ty Groff be able to throw the ball, though.
You know, the Rams probably ran it there not expecting a touchdown, just a few yards, but little did they know they scored another touchdown, running up the score a little bit, but it's okay. If they make this extra point, it'll be 45-0. And Ty Groff will make the extra point like he always does, and it will be 45-0 Rams. 8 minutes left, running clock. Like to see if there's anything that Norwalk can do, any life left that they have. We'll have to see right here.
Yeah, and look to see Norwalk also sub in some of their younger guys, just to give the older guys kind of a rest, especially those skill players, because they've taken a beating today.
Yeah,
with these hits the Rams defense has been tossing out. So look for the Bears to also go with a younger team.
Well, you know, with 7 minutes left in the game, there's no reason for Norwalk to put in their starters while all that could happen is them getting injured, because obviously this game is over. I think we've known that since the halftime, but it's clear now that is what is happening. And looks like on the special teams, there's going to be a lot of young kids for New Canaan in right now. Looks like a pretty small set of kids that you could say, Andrew. Looks like a lot of sophomores.
Yeah. And this is what's known as, at least what Coach Silvestri calls it, the sophomore kickoff. Coach Silvestri loves to create sophomore special teams. It's primarily used in the JV and sophomore games, but if a game gets to a blowout, Coach Silvestri loves to use the sophomore special teams in the game.
Now let's see what Ty will do on this kickoff. He's had a lot of different kicks today, and he'll have another squib kick, and we'll actually have a good return for Norwalk. He won't muff it, and he'll get a good return, but the sophomore special teams will tackle him instantly.
Yeah, that was Connor Maza. Good play, filling in his lane there. And that's the thing that Coach Eric Stevens and Coach Silvestri like to do with their kickoff team. They love to just assign everyone a specific lane and where they have to be when the kick returner gets the ball, and Connor Maza did exactly that. He filled his lane, and he made the play. So good play by him. And now the Rams are going with their young defense. At safety, you got Andrew Nolan, number 20, on the right side, and Trey Walker, number 82, on your left.
I'd like to see Norwalk if they could do something here. Hernandez gets the run, and
Gilchrist is in at quarterback.
2 yards on the play. It's, New Canaan's got a lot of their backups in. You'd love to see at least something from Norwalk right here.
And your corners for New Canaan. On the right side, we have number 31, Connor Maza, and then on your near side is number 38, Ryan Leahy. It looks to be a whole new set of linebackers and D linemen as well.
Handoff to number 20, Jaden Diaz, and he will get about 1 yard on the run there, and it will be 3rd down and 3. 3rd down and 3. Norwalk shortly getting a few yards every play. It's not perfect, but it's good. They're getting 4 yards and 3 yards. They're slowly getting to the first down, and that's what you like to see.
I'd like to see them go for it, though, if they don't get it.
We have Ryan Gilchrist in as quarterback right now for Norwalk. And he will pass it to number 8, Anderson Simon, and it will be incomplete, a little bit over his head. You can see a little Anderson Smith Simon is a little angry after that play. Wish he could have brought it down, but looks like Norwalk will go for it here on 4th and 2.
Yeah, the Bears are going to go for it. Good decision. Why not? If they don't happen to get it, I doubt New Canaan will score another touchdown with less than 4 minutes remaining now. So, not a bad idea.
We haven't seen too much of Sean Brown since the first half. Maybe they're probably just trying to make sure he just stays healthy and nothing else. And we'll see a run by Ryan Gilchrist, and he'll get the first down on the play.
Good run there.
Hard 4th down. They got the first down. What do you have to say about that play there for Norwalk?
Yeah, just a good, tough play. Way to use Gilchrist's athleticism there with the QB pound. And he's a linebacker, so he knows how to take a hit. And it's just a good run by him.
Yeah, this drive so far has been nothing too crazy by Norwalk, just 4 solid, gritty, solid plays. And we'll see another run from number 20, Jaden Diaz, who is a sophomore.
That's a really good tackle by number 42, Thomas Garcia.
Thomas Garcia is a great player, and if he wasn't injured, if he didn't tore his ACL last year, he would probably be on the starting lineup with all these other Rams. But it's great to see him out here right now.
I agree. He was widely considered to be a possible starter as a junior for this team. It's such a shame that he did get hurt, but it's great to see him playing really well.
See what Norwalk will do here on 2nd and 8, and it'll be another run from Diaz, and he will get, looks like the first down, and Diaz, the sophomore and running back, has been doing pretty good, getting the runs that he's been able to get, and Norwalk's been able to have a decent hold for him so far.
Absolutely. And Diaz has been running hard. He's probably going to earn some playing time for next week with these runs that he's putting up right now in the second half.
We have 2 minutes left right now in this game, and see what Norwalk can do here on 1st and 10. And another run to Diaz, and he's not scared to hit, I'll tell you that. That was a pretty good hit right there. He put his shoulder down, and he wasn't scared of getting hit. He doesn't look the biggest, but he definitely hit pretty big right there.
Yeah, he finds the hole, too. He's done a great job reading the offensive line and finding open space, although there hasn't been much.
Yeah, if there's anything Norwalk can come out with from this game is that Ryan Diaz has been playing pretty good so far, and hopefully, Jaden Diaz has been playing pretty good so far, and hopefully we can see more of that from him in further games because he's been able to get the runs that he needs, 4 or 5 yards, and that's something we haven't seen from Norwalk today. Pass deep. Huge pass, and it will be incomplete. That was Gilchrist looking for number 5, Jeremiah Scott. And
yeah, that was actually a good throw by Gilchrist. Jeremiah Scott just needs to keep running there, and that's probably a catch. Really good throw, actually.
40 seconds left, and
it looks like that was the last play.
Looks like they'll end the game.
Well, Dylan, 45-0 is our final. What are your takeaways from today's game?
You know, I'll just say New Canaan Rams dominated this game. Coming in as the second team in the state, they showed that today, that they're not here to mess around, and they solidified being a top team in the state with a win like this. I just want to see them play a little bit harder competition. Hopefully we can see them in the further weeks. And
yeah. 2 weeks from 13 days from today, Friday, October 29th, the Rams play St. Joe's here on Dunning Plaza. So that should be a phenomenal game. But great job by the Rams today, taking care of business, doing what needed to be done, and making sure it was not a repeat of last year. Now we're going to send it down to our field reporters one last time, Ryan and PJ.
Thanks, guys. Real great job by the Rams today, especially their offense, putting a total of 45 points on the board. And, I mean, their offensive line played great. Their running backs played great. Their receivers played great. Their quarterbacks, all of it. Ryan, the defense, what do you think?
Hey, they played spectacular today, holding the shutout. I mean, forcing 2 turnovers. I believe Norwalk, did they have any appearances in the red zone? I don't believe so. I mean, that's outstanding defense. If Chris Silvestri, the defense coordinator, if he can keep up that work and that excellence of the defense, expect the Rams to have a damn good season this year.
All right, guys, back up to you.
And before we let all you viewers go, we would like to thank our sponsors. This game is sponsored by our NC Rams All Sports Booster Club Platinum and Gold sponsors.
We would like to thank our Platinum sponsors and New Canaan High School alumni, Leo and Steve Carl of Carl Chevrolet, who have been proud supporters of local athletic programs for generations. Their dealership has been serving Fairfield County since 1927. Their team is ready to assist with all of our automotive needs. We would like to thank our Platinum sponsor, Walter Stewart's. Walter Stewart's Market has supported NC Rams athletics and the entire New Canaan community for years. Walter Stewart's is your fresh local market.
We would like to thank our Platinum sponsor, Dr. William Fessler Family Dentistry, the dental office for your entire family's dental needs. At William Fessler Family Dentistry, smile, you're in good hands. We would like to thank our gold sponsor, Anderson Kenny Architecture, a full-service practice that encompasses a range of commissioned residential and commercial projects. Each project is a thoughtful collaboration tailored for clients and their needs. The outcome is highly personal, constructed with intention and integrity. We would like to thank our gold sponsor, Frangione Engineering. Planning on putting in a pool or an addition onto your house? Are you having drainage issues on your property? Frangione Engineering can help you find a solution. Thank you to our gold sponsor, Performance Optimal Health, who proudly supports all New Canaan Rams athletes in their 2022 and 2023 seasons. Their team helps clients achieve their health goals through exercise, recovery, nutrition, and stress management. They offer their congratulations to all teams competing this season. We would also like to thank our gold sponsor, Renaissance Partners, a family-owned and New Canaan-based residential building and remodeling company serving all of Fairfield County. Again, a big thank you to all of our sponsors. The New Canaan Rams All Sports Booster Club supports all New Canaan High School athletics. Go Rams. I'm Andrew Rittenberry. This is Dylan Stevens, and we would like to sign off. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.